Hey, welcome, beautiful people. I hope you're in a happy mind state. Thank you for blessing me with your time. So, in this video, I want to kind of talk to you about money. With the price of everything going up, with inflation, interest rates, it's kind of really hard to escape. So I thought this would be a good time to make this video. But before I do, I want to kind of talk to you getting high. I hope you're getting high. I hope you're enjoying life because, life is too short. Life is too short. So, get you a joint, get you a blunt, bong, whatever you smoke, and blow that shit out. I forgot who used to say that, but blow that shit out. But before I get into today's video, I want to talk to you about today's weed. Today is, they didn't sponsor me for this video, but I was just high, so I'm gonna cinnamon toast crunch. So if you guys have ever eaten this cereal, I like to eat it dry. I don't know if that's weird. Don't judge me, but cinnamon toast crunch, really good cereal. I like to eat it dry as a snack. And if you're in the supermarket, you like the cinnamon taste, try it out. Again, they didn't sponsor me to do this video, but hey, when you got the munchies, this is the perfect food to eat. It's really cheap. But with that being said, I want to talk to you about money, right? Not just having money. This is not one of them kind of videos that's going to tell you how to get out there and get money. I'm pretty sure you know how to get out there and get money. But this is the type of video I want to talk to you. I want to kind of be real with you. Be honest, transparent. So in this video, I want to talk to you about 5 foolish things, or maybe 5 silly things that I've done to blow money. I'm not just talking about blowing like my paycheck. I'm talking about blowing a substantial amount of money. So with that being said, let's get into it. Again, these are 5 situations where I've blown a lot of money. And so let's, I'm not trying to, again, try to, this is not any type of financial advice whatsoever. What you do at the end of the day is what you do. So let's get in, let's talk about number 1. So number 1, I don't know if many of you could relate to this. I kind of feel real embarrassed talking about it, but I'm just going to put it out there. So number 1 thing that I've done is cashed out my 401k to impress a woman. Okay? And we're not talking about, hundreds of dollars. We're talking about thousands of dollars. And let me tell you the reason why I did that, where I cashed out my 401k to impress a woman, is because when I was talking to this woman, one, she was cute. And, she was really cute, really, really attractive. But, the thing about it, she had kids. She had 4 kids, but 4 different men. I looked past that because she was just a beautiful woman. And it's weird, how attraction can make you look past certain things, throw caution out the window, which is what I did for this woman. So, she was cute, she had 4 kids, but she was always, every time I talked to her, she was always in my ear talking about, how stressful life is. Bills is overwhelming, she's not getting no help with her kids, and, she was just always in my ear and stuff. And so I thought, hey, in my way of thinking, that if I, pay for this and pay for that, I'll be the hero. I would come in and save this woman. She'd be forever grateful that I did this. I'm not looking for a reward. I'm not looking for, any acknowledgement. I just thought that in my mind of thinking, I would come to the rescue, save her, and she would be, somewhat grateful. And that's probably the wrong way of thinking about it, But, so, I'm paying this woman's bills and, putting food in the house. And, like I said, I cashed up my 401k to do all this, And another thing about it is this woman lived in another state. So I was paying to go down here to see this woman. And then, like I said, she had 4 kids. So, I'm playing Santa Claus to these kids, and they teenagers and preteens, which means they have a very expensive taste. They don't want Hot Wheels and Barbie dolls. They want Jordans and iPhones. So I was doing all this for this woman. And, and I just kind of got wrapped up in it and not realizing, but I ended up blowing through the money. And, when you're not when you're not careful with money or as far as managing it, it goes fast. I mean, it goes really, really fast, and that's what happened here. The money ran out, and so the same woman that, I kind of, I guess I was the trick of the year. I was big tricking on this woman, and so when the money ran out, this woman turned vicious on me. She turned really vicious on me. Her kids turned vicious on me. Her family turned vicious on me. Her friends turned vicious on me. So, it just kind of really became nasty. Instead of becoming this hero that I thought I was going to be, said I became, the lowest of the low, and I'm good for nothing, and all of this, So, and looking back at it, would I do it again? Yes, I would, because doing that, I mean, is kind of a twisted way of thinking, but doing that, I kind of got an idea that if I ever run to a situation when a person's always in your ear, talking about how bad they got it, you just don't fall into that, because I feel that's kind of a form of manipulation to get you to feel sorry for them, to do, to kind of give in to whatever, because at the end of the day, they're trying to get money from you and whatnot. So I kind of know that now, but I didn't, and I hate it because, again, looking back on it, I wouldn't change it. I would have probably done the same thing, same thing twice, but I really thought I was gonna become, father. No, I'm not saying father of the year, but the hero of the year and type of thing, and that was just my way of thinking. So maybe that was selfish thinking on my part. Maybe I had some ulterior motive, reason why I did what I did. But hey, it's over and done. It's behind me, and that's number one. And again, if you're just watching the video or whatnot, so these are 5 foolish things that I've done with a substantial amount of money. So number two, I was going to school in college, right? And it was one semester when I was in college, I was homeless, I was homeless many times, but in this occasion I was homeless, that was kind of like, common theme with me is I'm always homeless, whatever, not sad story here, whatever, like hard life, whatever, everybody had their ups and downs in life. So I was homeless, and and being homeless, I found out that a lot of people will not ignore you, but they're kind of don't want to be bothered with you. You know what I mean? People you ask, hey, can I come over take a shower? No. Can I come over and have a hot plate? No. Can I come over just lay my head? Because it's too hot outside or it's too cold? No. And so these are people you might have grown up with, you went to school with, whatever, you got high with or whatever. And so I kind of got into that mind state that, when I was going to school, one of the things about going to school that they push you, I don't know if they still do this now, but when I was going to college, a lot of times the schools will push to max out your student loans. They would try to encourage you to take as much as you can. I don't know why schools did that back then, but they would encourage you, hey, you got this amount of money, you're only taking out, you could still take out, and they would always encourage you, I felt they would pressure you into taking more than what you needed. So, that semester, I decided I'm gonna max out. And, my, again, ulterior motive with this is that I'm gonna go out here and try to impress people, you know what I'm saying? So, I maxed out my student loans, I got my student loan check, and, I paid my classes, I bought me an apartment, paid for an apartment for 6 months, I got a car, and then I got myself from being homeless, and I went out and bought some clothes. So I did all the irresponsible things that a person, going to school should have done. I should have put that money, I shouldn't have took it, whatever, but, I did. And so when I got the money, I just blew it. I went and bought, I was buying alcohol, I was trying to impress people, and buying cigarettes, and, going out to eat and stuff like that, paying for me. I was just trying to impress people, like, I don't know what you call it, flexing or showing off or whatever, and before, when I ran out of the school money, and before the semester ended, I ended up homeless again. I was homeless again. The people that I tried to impress, they was no longer there. I lost the car, I lost the apartment, the stuff I put in the apartment, like the TV and furniture and stuff. I lost all of that. And it was like, looking back, that was kind of silly. It was really, really silly because I blew a whole semester student check on just trying to just try to show off to people and stuff. So that's number two. Number three. So number three is I was trying to find a way to make more money, right? And so I feel that the job that I was at, I wasn't making enough money. So I started watching a lot of YouTube. I was already watching YouTube. So I was watching like different videos on YouTube. And, that's when I kind of learned about investing in the stock market. Again, I'm not giving financial advice here. I'm not saying the stock market is bad. I think stock market's really one great way to accumulate wealth. I really do. I really do believe that. I'm not encouraging anyone to invest in the stock market, but I kind of started finding out about the stock market. And during this time, there was just like, no matter what stock you bought, what stock you bought, it was going up. It was going up, and I think money was flowing into the stock market, I guess. And it was like, wow, I made this much money, and and instead of taking that money and taking the profit or whatever, they say you buy, what is it? You buy low, you sell high, type of thing, I guess. Again, this is not financial advice. I'm not telling anyone what to do with your money whatsoever. You do what you want at the end of the day. But I was making a little bit of money. I was really making some money, and I found out a way. I found out this thing called options. I didn't understand nothing about options, but I was trying to be greedy, and I was trying to increase my income or revenue or whatnot. And I found out about options. And the thing about, I'm not knocking YouTube. I mean, I'm not knocking it at all. But a lot of the videos. I mean, and again, I guess you can't really learn anything from watching these videos. I mean, they do help. But one of the things that the people that I was watching, they made it just look so easy. They made it look so easy. Like, you get in here and you do this, you do that, you do this, you do that, and bam, you're gonna get these results. Not saying that that's what they were saying, but that's the kind of assumption that I was getting from watching these videos. Like, wow, they were making it look so easy, and hey, they can do it. I think I can do it. And after watching their video, I thought that I was an expert. So again, cashed out my 401k, and I bought all these options. At one point I had like 12, 15 different option contracts. And not realizing the company, not doing research, because a lot of the videos, I guess I didn't take everything that they were saying, because a lot of them would say, to give them credit, do your research, do your due diligence. I would always hear. And I was just kind of following the news. This company's hot, that company's hot, whatnot. And so I had like 12, 15 different contracts, option contracts. And and then it kind of, one day I woke up and stuff just started crashing. Prices, stuff started falling, and instead of just cashing out and taking, parting away with my losses, counting my losses, I was thinking, okay, the money's gonna go up, and I kept telling myself the money's gonna go up, the money's gonna go up. Yet slowly the money was going down, and I was steadily losing money. But I kept telling myself, oh, tomorrow things are gonna get better, things are gonna turn around, and then I lose more money. It was at a point where I was losing, like maybe anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000 a day in options, and I'm just steadily sitting there, just watching it fall, and I couldn't take it out. I mean, because I lost money, so I can't just cash out, because I'm trying to make up for the money, not only for the money that I lost, but I'm trying to get back, break even, and that's one of the worst things to do, I think. And so I had this kind of like gambling mentality, right? Instead of treating it as an investment or as a tool, it kind of became that, I was gambling. I was gambling like no more than when I would go to the casino, and just be gambling. And that's what I was doing. I was gambling. And, I ended up losing it. I ended up losing all my money. and I had about, in options, I had about $20,000 in stocks and options, mainly options, and I lost it all. I lost it all, blew it all, and so, I mean, I could laugh. I only laugh about it because there's no use of crying. But if I had to do it again, I would, because I know that you can't be greedy. You know what I'm saying? And when you become greedy, that's when things, that's when bad things happen. Is when you become greed. When you're greed. When greed kicks in. A lot of people get in trouble because their greed get the best of them, and that's what happened to me. I kind of got into the moment and lost myself. I lost myself, and I was one of those people that was watching, watching the ticker move. Every minute I'm checking the options and checking stocks and stuff. Because I'm just worried. I can't lose any money, but yet I was still losing money, and I was just in disbelief. Instead of cashing out, I just kept it in, and I ended up losing it, and. Again, at the end of the day, it's nothing really you could do about it. You just have to you just have to go on and move on and, live another day. So that's number 3. Number 4. So the number 4 thing is convincing myself that I need something, or not so much need something, but I want something. What I mean by that is I see a car that I want, and I convince myself to go into debt to get that car. Maybe I see clothes. I see some shoes on the internet or something, and speaking of that, let me tell you what I think is so weird. And I don't know, maybe it's just me, maybe I'm just, paranoid, maybe it's the marijuana or whatnot, but there could be times, and I don't know, maybe I'm just overreacting or something like that, but there will be times I'll be thinking about something, or I'll be talking about something, I need a new coat or something, I need a new, I need a haircut or something, I don't know. And I'll be on Facebook or something, or Instagram, and lo and behold, the thing that I was talking about pops up on my page. I just think that's the weirdest thing. Or if I'm watching TV, and then here comes a commercial. Like I'm thinking, oh, okay, I haven't eaten Taco Bell in a while, and I sure would love some Taco Bell because I'm craving Taco Bell. I don't really like Taco Bell. I'm just, I don't. If you're Taco Bell, please don't be mad at me. But I'll be like, wow, I'm just using Taco Bell as an example. I really miss Taco. I really got craving for Taco Bell, and lo and behold, here's a Taco Bell commercial. Now I know that's probably coincidental or whatever, but it's just weird how you'll see something or think about something or talk to somebody about something, and then it just pops up, And I just think that's weird. Like, is people listening, or why? Is that that's kind of crazy, with the technology going on, But anyway, so. Again, number 4 is convincing myself that it's, something I want now instead of something that I need. So again, I'll use a car as an example, so I'll get a car, and, it'll be a car that I want, a car that I really, really want. And you know how it is when you want something, it's very expensive. It's going to cost you a lot. It's very, very expensive. So, when you're in a hurry, when you have your heart set on something, it costs you in the long run. It costs you dear in the long run. When you're in a rush to get something, instead of waiting and maybe biding your time, you end up losing a lot of money like that. It's just like you might see. Something like in the stock market, you see a stock just shooting up to the sky, everybody's pouring into that stock, and it's running up, and you're like, wow, I gotta get a piece of that. It's running, and I want to get a piece of that, and you put your money, and then all of a sudden the stock drops, and it crashes, and you lose all your money. You lose all your money, and you're like, wow, and then you feel like you're stuck in that. And so you see a car, so for me, I see a car that I want, right? And it's a car I want, I have my heart set on, oh, I gotta have that car, I want that car, and I go get the car. And the car is more than I can afford. I can't afford the payments, because, not only payments, you got insurance, you got gas, you got maintenance, and everything's just, I wasn't thinking about The only thing I was thinking about was just driving this car, and and then I get the car, I finally get the car, but I have to put a huge down payment. My monthly payments are huge because my credit is messed up, so my interest rate that I have to pay yearly is really high. And lo and behold, the car is consuming my little money that I make. I can't really enjoy it because I'm, too busy trying to worry about how I'm gonna pay for this car, and it just becomes too much. And then you're maybe okay, like I like sports car. I like a performance car, sports car. And so you go and say, oh, I can't just get the car out from the dealership. I got to put this into the car, and I got to put these kind of mods into the car. They got to get these kind of tires, and I got to have this kind of sound system. I got to have this in the engine, and I got to have this type of exhaust. And before you know it, you're putting all this money into the car, and they come get the car. They come get the car and they repo the car, and it's like you put all this money into this car, and you're not being responsible, and they come get the car, and and you're like, all that money you just spent, the down payment, the maintenance, the modifications, all of that is gone, and instead of if I had just waited, if I had just waited. And what's crazy is because what is crazy, let me tell you, is that I might have be getting the car. I put $2,000-$3,000 down, maybe something. Some cars will put $5,000 down on a car. And I'm not a car guy because I don't know how to work on cars, but so I put $5,000 down on a car, and and my car payments is like $450 a month, $5,000 down, $450 a month. And then what's crazy is I'll see that same style of car, same engine design, same powertrain and everything, and the car be like $6,000-$7,000. And when you get a car finance, I might finance a car for like $20,000, but then when it's all said and done, the car is gonna be like $50,000 after you get through paying financing. But then I'll see like the same car on Cars.com or Craigslist for $6,000, for $8,000, and I put $5,000 down on the car. So it's just crazy, and then it's like you're trying to make a payment, you got 6, 7, 8 years of car payment, and it's like this car, it's like, instead of going from $450 a month, it comes $800 a month, and then you end up losing the car. Not you, but I end up losing the car, getting it repoed, and it's like, you spent all this money on this car. Could have just saved up and bought a cash car and not worry about car payments, But I don't think, I wasn't thinking like that, and so I think that's just really silly. It's not just the car, I might see a pair of tennis shoes that I want, $200-$300 pair of tennis shoes. I'll go get the $200-$300 pair of tennis shoes, and then I feel silly for buying them, and then I'll never wear them because the shoes never, I've done this so many times that, the tennis shoes don't even match anything that I have, so I can't even wear them, or I buy a shirt and it doesn't, maybe it doesn't look good the way I thought it would or something. You buy a $200 shirt and it doesn't look good, or it doesn't match anything you have, and so it just hangs up in your closet, and it's like a waste of money. But when you see it, you kind of get that impulse like, oh, I gotta have it, maybe it's a watch, I don't know, maybe it's the phone, or PlayStation, whatever, I don't know, whatever it is. But you see it and like, wow, I gotta have it, and it's not nothing you would need, it's just something you want, and then you get it, and it's like, why did I buy this? What was I thinking when I bought this? So that's number 4. Just convince myself something that I want instead of something I need. I think it's, and then looking back at it, I think that, why would I do something like that? Why would I buy things that I'll because you would think that a person could take that money instead of buying stuff that they want and go invest it, go do something with that money, let that money try to, bring in other money, right? Maybe use that money for education, maybe use that money to invest, maybe use that money to help you get out of debt, you know what I mean? But I don't, I'm not thinking like that. So this is last but not least. Number five is trying to help and save people. Yeah, that's really big. Kind of back to the number one thing where a person come to me all the time saying that they have all these issues. You have all these issues. Because I'm kind of like, I kind of part of me be wanting to help people out a lot. I really do. I enjoy helping people out when I can. Because I've struggled a lot. I've been homeless so many times. I hate to keep saying that. I've been where I didn't have anything to eat. Many nights I went hungry. Many days I went hungry, and I know how that feels. When you're getting evicted. You know what I'm saying? I know how that feels. And so when I hear those stories come across me, I don't want to be like, nah, I don't want to, because, I kind of was several times I've been in those kind of positions, and I think sometimes in life you go through these things, if nothing else, you go through these things because just so you can experience what it's like. So when you come across somebody who experiencing those things, you're more, you have more tendency, you may lean more towards helping them out, because hey, I understand what you're going through, I understand what you're going through. But, comes a point in time where you just have to give up on people. I mean, like, there's times where I've helped a person out and helped them out, and they're not making any progress in life. They're not trying to do anything with their lives, and I'm not a person that can judge anyone. I'm not in a position to judge anyone, but like if you're telling me that, hey, I don't have no money to get to work. I don't have no money, but I don't have, and I'm gonna try to get a job. I mean, I'll might be the person to give you money for, go catch the bus, or maybe give you rides to different jobs and stuff like that. Like if you're trying to get a job, but if you're always asking a person, hey, I need a ride to the store, but you're never giving them gas money, or you're asking them, can they borrow gas money from you, or can they borrow money for cigarettes, whatever the case may be, it kind of gets old. And so, trying to help people out, when people saying, hey, I need help paying my rent, or I need help paying my car note, I need help paying my insurance, I need help paying utility, whatever the case may be. And they come to you and then you kind of feel sad, because again, you kind of, part of you in your mind be like, at one point that was you was there at one point in time, and you know what they're going through. When a person say, hey, I haven't eaten, I'm hungry, and you're hungry, you've been hungry, you kind of understand what that situation is, what they're going through, what I mean. So and I think that you just kind of have to walk away from people a lot. You just kind of really have to. I mean, I don't know. So, and I don't know. So the reason why I would help people out that maybe I see that there's that or I try to save people or whatnot, is because I guess part of you want to feel good, part of you maybe want to look good, in the eyes of other people, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I can't really answer that question. I don't know. I guess it's just a decent thing to do. If you see a person walking in the rain, you see a mother with her kids walking in the rain, or it's cold, you stop, say, hey, you need a ride, or here's a couple of dollars to get you something to eat, or you see some man, he's hungry, and you say, hey, here's a few dollars, go get you something to eat or whatever. I mean, part of you feels good when you do stuff like that, or you see a mother with kids, and she's at the store with groceries or whatever, and you pay for her groceries and you give her a ride home, or a man in a wheelchair, whatever, and you feel good doing that kind of stuff. But it comes a point where you just have to kind of just turn your back on that, and it's a shame. It's a shame because, a lot of people want to be good. I've run into a lot of people, they want to be good people, they want to be good, they want to help people out, their tendencies is good and stuff, but, they've been burnt. They've been burnt by so many people's fucked them over, and, I kind of understand. I understand why a person wouldn't want to fuck with people no more or help people out, and, that's, I don't know. Just trying to be just try to be a good person in life and stuff. So those are my 5 things. I was just more of me babbling, I guess, more of me just talking, you know, maybe high talk. You know, I'm about to eat my Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal here and finish smoking. But before I end this video, you know,